Stanley, you are still the best in the world. I need your help.
The plot thickens.
The Catledge family are socialized in the south of France. There's a woman who has them believing she's a spirit medium. You are the greatest debunker of fake spiritualists.
She won't fool me.
When you're working on a film like this, where so much depends on the sets and the costumes, how much of the role would you say forms once you get on set and you're actually filming?
Well, certainly the clothes in this case made a big difference because she's incredibly wealthy and it's set in the 1920s. All of those clothes I was wearing were originals sourced in Paris from the 20s, and they were haute couture. So, and so far removed from anything I myself would. So as soon as you put those clothes on, you're kind of in touch with the character. And that hair, for one of the rare times where I haven't worn a wig in a film, I usually wear wigs, and it was just so, they bleached the life out of my real hair and put it in finger waves, and yeah.
The scenes where you're communicating with your deceased husband are so heartfelt and yet comedic at the same time. I was wondering how you prepared for those scenes.
I prepared just in my imagination, I guess. Sometimes when you're playing some characters, you really do read all you can about what they do for a living, what their kind of life is like, and even look up psychology books. But this one was so, it was there on the page, you know. She's sweet, naive, enthusiastic, gullible, easily fooled, because she's needy. She's very needy, like a lot of people who are in mourning are needy. And she's missing her husband and wants to make contact. She wonders if he's been unfaithful. That's very sad.
In Woody's films, the supporting characters are so rich and memorable. And yet I think there's a bit of a challenge there because you have to get so much across about who your character is, but you have fewer scenes to do it in. But here we get such a great sense of who Grace is. I was wondering if you could speak a little bit about that.
Oh, that's good. All I can say about that is that's good. As I keep saying, and I think it's true, he's such a great writer that it's on the page for you. It's not as though you have to fill in the gaps yourself with subtext or invent anything. It's really there. I did keep saying to myself, enthusiastic. She's enthusiastic. I think that's part of the key to this woman.
In the last, I would say, 5 years, you've worked with some incredible actors and directors, and I remember you talking about the fact that you have to approach every project the same way. It doesn't matter who the talent is. But I would imagine with a film like this, it must have been difficult to block out the fact that this was a Woody Allen.
It was difficult for me because I've idolized him for many, many years. Going right back decades. I've been such a huge devotee of everything he's done. And to suddenly work for him, I was very anxious. I didn't want to disappoint him. I wanted to do exactly what he wanted. So, but it's true, you approach everything thinking, I want to make this believable and interesting and truthful.
My aunt used to bring me here as a boy. The roof opens up, you can see the universe. It's menacing.
You find that menacing? I'd say it was very romantic.